Welcome to our journey through an astonishing scenario. What if the ocean suddenly dried up? It's a thought-provoking concept with dramatic implications for life on Earth, climate, and the planet's geophysical processes. Let's dive into this topic, explore its consequences, and understand the far-reaching impacts it would have. Buckle up for an intense exploration of a world without oceans. First off, let's talk climate. The oceans play a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate by distributing heat around the globe. They act as a giant heat sink, absorbing and storing solar energy and releasing it slowly, which helps moderate temperatures. Without this vast heat reservoir, Earth would experience extreme temperature variations. Imagine scorching hot days and freezing nights, creating an uninhabitable environment for most current life forms. Additionally, the water cycle would be severely disrupted. Oceans are the primary source of evaporation, which forms clouds and precipitation. Without this moisture, rain would become rare, leading to widespread droughts. The lack of rain would devastate agriculture, leading to food shortages and famine on an unprecedented scale. Forests and grasslands would turn into deserts, drastically altering the landscape and making it even harder for humans and animals to survive. Marine ecosystems, which harbor an immense diversity of life, would vanish. Coral reefs, home to about 25% of all marine species, would be destroyed, leading to the extinction of countless marine organisms. Fish populations, marine mammals, and other aquatic life forms would be wiped out, causing a massive loss in biodiversity. Terrestrial ecosystems would also suffer. Many species rely on aquatic environments for food and breeding grounds. Birds that feed on fish, amphibians that need water bodies for reproduction, and mammals that depend on wetlands would face extinction. The collapse of these ecosystems would disrupt food chains and lead to further extinctions. The domino effect of these losses would be felt worldwide, causing ecological imbalance and the loss of natural services that ecosystems provide, such as pollination and soil fertility. Human civilization would face unprecedented challenges. Coastal cities, which house a significant portion of the global population, would be abandoned. These cities depend on oceans for transportation, trade, and resources. The loss of marine food sources, such as fish, would lead to nutritional deficiencies and exacerbate food shortages. The economic impact would be catastrophic. Industries reliant on the ocean, including fishing, tourism, and maritime transport, would collapse. Millions of people would lose their livelihoods, leading to widespread poverty and social unrest. The displacement of populations from coastal areas would result in overcrowding in inland cities, putting immense pressure on resources and infrastructure. Imagine the economic hubs like Tokyo, New York, and Mumbai becoming ghost towns, their harbors dry and their economies shattered. The drying up of oceans would expose vast stretches of the seabed. This new land would be barren, composed of sediments and devoid of nutrients needed to support plant life. Over time, wind erosion would reshape this landscape, creating new deserts. The Earth's crust would also experience significant changes. You see, the weight of the oceans exerts pressure on the tectonic plates. Removing this pressure could lead to increased seismic activity, including earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, as the crust adjusts to the new stress distribution. These geological disturbances would further exacerbate the challenges faced by human societies and natural ecosystems. The shifting plates might create new mountain ranges or sink previously stable land masses, adding to the planet's turmoil. Oceans are integral to the carbon cycle. They absorb a large amount of carbon dioxide, or CO2, from the atmosphere, mitigating the greenhouse effect. Without oceans, atmospheric CO2 levels would rise dramatically, accelerating global warming. This increased CO2 would also lead to more acidic conditions, affecting air quality and contributing to respiratory problems in humans and animals. Furthermore, the loss of oceanic evaporation would reduce cloud cover, leading to less reflection of solar radiation and further increasing surface temperatures. This feedback loop would make the planet even hotter, creating a vicious cycle of warming. The increased heat would likely cause the remaining water sources, such as rivers and lakes, to evaporate more quickly, compounding the drought conditions. Oceans are critical for the formation and intensity of weather phenomena like hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones. These storms derive their energy from the warm waters of the oceans. Without oceans, such weather phenomena would cease to exist. While this might seem beneficial, the absence of these storms would mean that natural processes that distribute heat and moisture around the planet would be disrupted, leading to more extreme weather patterns in other forms. We might see more intense heat waves, prolonged droughts, and unprecedented cold snaps, all contributing to an unstable climate. The global thermohaline circulation, often referred to as the global conveyor belt, is a system of deep ocean currents driven by differences in temperature and salinity. This circulation plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate by redistributing heat from the equator to the poles. Without oceans, this circulation would cease, leading to severe climatic imbalances and exacerbating the effects of global warming. The polar regions would become even colder, while the equatorial regions would heat up more, creating extreme temperature gradients and possibly destabilizing weather patterns globally. The drying up of the oceans would have profound implications for scientific research and technological advancement. The oceans are a rich source of biological and chemical compounds that are crucial for medical research and pharmaceutical development. Many marine organisms produce unique compounds that have been used to develop life-saving drugs. The loss of these organisms would hinder medical advancements and the discovery of new treatments. Additionally, the oceans are essential for understanding Earth's climate history and predicting future climate changes. They contain vast archives of climate data stored in sediments and ice cores. Without oceans, scientists would lose a crucial resource for studying past climate events and improving climate models, making it more challenging to address the impacts of climate change. Oceanographic research, which has provided invaluable insights into Earth's history, would come to a halt, leaving a significant gap in our scientific knowledge. The oceans have played a significant role in human culture, mythology, and psychology. They are a source of inspiration, wonder, and spiritual significance for many cultures around the world. The loss of the oceans would not only be a physical and environmental catastrophe, but also a profound cultural and psychological blow. The absence of the vast, life-sustaining oceans would fundamentally alter human perception of the planet and our place in the universe. Art, literature, and folklore that have been inspired by the oceans would lose their relevance, creating a cultural void. Technologically, the absence of oceans would force a rethinking of energy resources. Oceans are currently used for hydroelectric power and are potential sites for tidal and wave energy. These renewable energy sources would be lost, increasing reliance on fossil fuels and exacerbating the climate crisis. Economically, the global shipping industry, which relies on the oceans for transporting goods, would collapse. This industry is the backbone of international trade, and its disappearance would disrupt supply chains, leading to shortages of goods and skyrocketing prices. Coastal economies would crumble, and the financial ripple effects would be felt worldwide, plunging the global economy into an unprecedented depression. The drying up of the oceans would likely lead to significant geopolitical tensions as nations scramble to secure the remaining freshwater resources. Conflicts over water rights and access could become more frequent and severe. The displacement of populations from coastal areas would create a massive refugee crisis, straining international relations and leading to potential conflicts over territory and resources. Faced with such a dire scenario, humanity would need to innovate rapidly to survive. Desalination of groundwater and ice melt could provide some relief, though it would be energy intensive. Developing advanced agricultural techniques such as hydroponics and aeroponics could help produce food with limited water resources. Additionally, international cooperation would be crucial in managing the remaining resources and ensuring equitable distribution to prevent conflicts and ensure global stability. The hypothetical scenario of the oceans drying up presents a stark picture of a world drastically different from our own. The consequences would be catastrophic, affecting every aspect of life on Earth, from climate and ecosystems to human societies and geological processes. The oceans are vital to the stability and sustainability of our planet. Their absence would not only mean the loss of an essential component of Earth's natural systems, but also a profound disruption to the delicate balance that makes life possible.